don't want drama. Like,
Fair.
yes, it would be fun. I feel like I'd like a little stability. I don't need drama. I don't want drama. Like,
Fair.
yes, it would be fun for a story, but I could do without it for a while, I think.
What about co-parenting? How has that dynamic been to navigate, and what is your co-parenting relationship like?
We have a really good co-parenting relationship, if you want to call it that. The kids always come first. We have true 50-50. There are times where we have scheduling conflicts where we are able to work it out, where I'll take him for a day that she has him, or she'll take him for a day that I have him. So I'm supposed to have him. So it's pretty seamless. I mean, we're in a routine when it comes to co-parenting. The kids are happy. They're healthy. They're used to spending half the time here and half the time with her. And thankfully, it's relatively easy. Because I know that it can be very, very difficult. And so we are fortunate that we are able to do it.
Yeah. And again, they're just so freaking cute.
They are pretty cute. I'm biased, but.
No, they're pretty cute. All the Bachelor babies are pretty cute, but Sean Lowe's kids and your kids are, I put at the top. Not to judge kids, but.
Right. Let's talk about whose kids aren't cute.
Yeah, I hate, no, yeah. Those whatever. No, they're all cute, but I feel like, I don't know. They're all cute. What about, I know that Ashley has said on Instagram that she does have a boyfriend. Have you met him? And how is navigating that process of all of this?
No, I mean, she has her life. I have mine, whatever makes her happy. Haven't met him, but I know of him, about him and from her. And, she's living her life. And if she's happy, that's what matters.
What about for you dating now? How has that been? Have you dipped your toe into that? What's it like, JP?
Yeah, it's weird. I think I've said it before, like dating, in my mid 40s as a divorced father of two is just way different than dating, single in my early 30s. And especially now with all the apps, and it's strange, but I think you kind of get used to it. Mm-hmm. I would still much prefer for it to happen organically and through a friend, but that's not the world we live in right now. And I'm also not from Miami, so my network down here isn't like what it was in New York. And yes, I have friends, but they're mostly my age and married with kids. And so it's challenging, and I have done the apps, and I've been out with some nice women, and I'm dating, but I'm still trying to figure it out, I think.
Do you have any dating app horror stories, or have they been pleasant experiences for the most part?
That's really, I have heard that quite a bit. Like
right.
Everyone's got, especially in Miami for some reason, the level of insanity with regards to these apps is greater than anywhere else in the country. But I have not had that.
Good.
It's really, thankfully, and I'm not good, I haven't had it, but I have not had anything, crazy out of the ordinary, been on a date, been on 2 dates, nice, normal women, I'm probably due for a nut job, but, hopefully that doesn't happen.
The only thing good about the nut jobs is then you have something to talk about on the next one, because you can relate with maybe don't call a woman a nut job to another woman, but if you
right.
the horror story, it can be a bonding experience of, we got here together, this is fun, that psycho from last week wasn't so fun, you know what I mean? Like it can be a topic.
Maybe, but I feel like I'd like a little stability. I don't need drama. I don't want drama. Like
Fair.
Yes, it would be fun for a story, but I could do without it for a while, I think.
That's also fair. Do you have something specific you're looking for? Or are you just looking, just to feel that connection with somebody?
The checklist, right? Oh, they check all the boxes. That to me is ridiculous, right? Mm-hmm. Because, someone can check all the boxes, and if it's not there, it's not there. So I don't necessarily I know the feeling that I'm looking for. I know the connection that I'm looking for because I've had it. I know what it feels like, and I want to feel that again. There's the challenge of, does she have kids? Does she not have kids? Does she want kids? Do I want more kids? So there's that dynamic that you have to work through, but I do know the connection that I'm looking for. I do know the kind of communication that I'm looking for. I know what works, and I think I know what doesn't work. So I can tell pretty quickly if things are going to progress or they're not going to progress, just based upon, I guess, my experience.
Yeah, that's good. You trust yourself and you're not, there's too many things on the checklist, that's a problem. But if there's nothing on the checklist, that can also be a problem.
Right. Like if she doesn't check any of the boxes, but I feel something that's probably not the way to go. But it's a combination of everything. But I have enough experience now where I think I know what can work and what can't.
Do you worry at all of like, oh, you were on that show however long ago, or do you just like feel like it doesn't happen anymore?
I definitely don't worry about it. It comes up, it doesn't come up. I've been out with women where they don't know, right? And then let's say I go out with them a second time and something comes up, or like Instagram, and they're like, oh, let me tag you on Instagram. I'm like, well, so. Do
you want to be on usmagazine.com?
Right, so it's weird that it's funny when they find out and they don't know, and then they're the ones that do know. So I don't, as soon as they get to know me, that just kind of becomes part of my history and a story. And I don't think the novelty lasts for very long.
Yeah.
But I haven't found it overwhelming nor really a challenge to navigate.